Urgent tractor-trailer lost traction on Interstate 70 in Vail, jackknifing across the lanes and destroying 160 feet of steel guardrail. Because I-70 serves as the singular conduit for the Eagle Valley, an accident like this traps miles of commercial and passenger traffic in freezing conditions. The local geography turns isolated accidents into regional logistical gridlock. While the highway remains vulnerable to winter weather, the town of Vail recently secured a $1.78 million tax credit from the state of Colorado. Local administrators are directing those funds toward a new municipal geothermal energy system. A geothermal energy system pumps liquid through underground pipes to harness the Earth's stable internal temperature for heating and cooling buildings. Physical bottlenecks on the mountain passes continue to disrupt daily logistics, but the town is simultaneously executing long-term infrastructure investments to secure its own power grid against extreme weather. Eagle County currently faces a projected housing shortage of 5,038 units. Tourism demand, second home ownership, and constrained geography have pushed residential costs entirely out of reach for the local workforce. To address this deficit, developers submitted a rezoning application for the West Lions Head area. Planners want to transition 3 land parcels along the South Frontage Road away from their restrictive Arterial Business District designation. The application requests a shift to the Lions Head Mixed Use 2, or LMU2, classification, a flexible zoning category combining commercial spaces with high-density housing. Under LMU2, developers are legally permitted to construct multifamily residential units directly on top of ground-floor commercial space. This code modification creates an immediate financial incentive to build workforce housing where it was previously prohibited. Concurrently, the Eagle County government is deploying its General Assistance Program and rental assistance funds, covering first and last month's rent for qualified local employees signing new 12-month leases. By combining direct financial aid with strategic code amendments, local officials are utilizing zoning maps and administrative levers to alleviate the region's intense housing pressure. At the federal level, Colorado Senator John Hickenlooper has demanded an immediate meeting with the Department of Homeland Security, or DHS. DHS is the federal executive department responsible for public security, border control, and anti-terrorism operations. Hickenlooper issued this demand after reports surfaced that ICE agents had been leaving intimidating death cards inside the personal vehicles of detainees in Eagle County. ICE, or Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the federal law enforcement agency tasked with cross-border crime and deportation. This local incident coincides with a massive leadership shakeup in Washington, highlighted by the confirmation of Markwayne Mullin to head the DHS. The Senate approved Mullin's appointment in a narrow 54-45 vote, installing him to execute a stringent new approach to border and domestic security. Almost immediately, the administration issued a new directive deploying tactical ICE agents to back up security checkpoints at U.S. airports, a maneuver tied to ongoing federal funding disputes. The sudden shift in security protocols has caused severe disruptions for domestic travelers, creating hours-long queues at TSA security checkpoints. The TSA, or Transportation Security Administration, is the agency holding authority over the security of the traveling public. A targeted intimidation incident in an Eagle County parking lot directly mirrors the aggressive, systemic federal enforcement changes currently rolling out across the entire national security apparatus. Globally, tensions are escalating as Iran threatens to completely close the Strait of Hormuz to international shipping. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow, strategically critical naval choke point connecting the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. Against the backdrop of global threats, local community sports offer a vital psychological reprieve. The Eagle Valley High School basketball team just secured an impressive 12-game win streak. Over on the pitch, Denver Summit FC fought to a 1-1 draw in their inaugural match, though the game was marked by an unfortunate injury to player Jasmine Akey. FC stands for Football Club, the standard designation for professional soccer teams. Tracking an undefeated high school season or rallying behind an injured local athlete provides residents with manageable, positive emotional anchors amidst heavy national and global anxieties. This chart shows the recent 70-degree March heat wave in Denver, visualizing the extreme temperature spikes against the region's much lower historical averages. This stalled weather system accelerated the mountain meltoff, drying out the valley floors and immediately heightened early-season wildfire risks for the county. Then, the atmosphere snapped back. A massive storm cycle stalled over the high country, dumping 22 inches of snow directly onto Vail Mountain over 4 days. The rapid accumulation allowed mountain operations to safely open the Sun Up and Sun Down bowls, spinning chairs 5 and 17 to access the deep powder. A late-season blizzard delivers excellent recreational skiing, but more importantly, it builds the snowpack, secures the summer water supply, and physically dampens the imminent threat of wildfires.